Good morning, folks. 4:58 in the morning. 35.9 degrees on day 109. It's July. July 20th. I think it's July 20th. Yeah, July 20th. Waking up at Green River Lakes Campground. Yeah. All right, good morning again. 6:28 a.m. 34.8 degrees, so it's cooled off since I woke up. Just wanted to come give you one more look over at this view before we start going. Awesome. And this is a campsite accessible by road too, so if you're ever in the area, there's a good flat stretch just behind me there, back by the Green River Lakes. Be a nice little place to camp and hike. Pretty easy hiking for a ways going in that way. Anyways, 34.8 degrees. Yeah, so it's definitely cooled off again since I woke up. So slept good last night. No one came over and gave me a hard time about where I was camped. I didn't really see anyone really, but slept pretty good. Definitely got a little chilly, but once I zipped up my sleeping bag, go figure, I stayed warmer. So that was good. Set an alarm for 4:30, and man, I thought my parents were landing today like at 3:30 in the afternoon, but my father, retired naval aviator, I guess I read it too fast. I can't blame him. I read it too fast when I read it a few days ago. And it was 13, not 3. So 13, the 13 hour, of course, is 1 p.m. So I woke up this morning at 4:30 with my alarm. I was like, they won't be in until 3:30. Let me just, and even then they'll be in Jackson, which is like, as a crow flies, like 50 miles west. So I decided to sleep a little more. Not really sleep, just kind of rest. Just stay in my nice, warm, dry sleeping bag. Finally got up whenever I got up, a little before 5 or after 5 or something like that. And then checked the text again and saw that indeed it's 1 something that they're landing, not 3 something. So anyways, I was looking ahead at the maps last night. It looks like there's an amenable, ostensibly amenable rendezvous / extraction point about 25 miles, trail miles from where I'm waking up. So I was able to procure the GPS coordinates for that spot, and as discussed previously with my parents, I just sent them those GPS coordinates with an approximate time, which is, to be honest, a bit of a slightly ambitious time. It's 4 p.m. So whatever, I said 6:30, so that's what, 6.5 hours, is that right? No. 8.5 hours. 8.5 hours to go, 25 miles. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm probably going to skip cooked lunch today and just kind of smash in snacks in order to keep moving. But yeah. So I'll be going about 5 miles up the CDT before diverging onto the Roaring Fork Basin, and then kind of doing all sorts of bobbing and weaving through all sorts of different trails to get to where I'm going, which, again, that extraction point, I think it's called Kinky Creek Trailhead. The CDT, or not the CDT, but the trail I'll be on crosses the Kinky Creek Trailhead, crosses a road adjacent to that trailhead, about 1.2 miles away from it. So that's the point I sent, and I'll get hiking. I'll talk to you guys later. folks. It is 3:27 in the afternoon, 72.7 degrees. I've made it to my destination for the day, awaiting extraction from mom and dad. They have landed after a connection in Chicago. They landed successfully at Jackson, which is great. They were able to rent their car, jumped in their car, pulled up the GPS coordinates, which I gave them this morning, and it's gonna be like 3 hours and 15 minutes before they get here. So I am totally cool to wait. I feel fine. I just feel terrible that I didn't realize that it was going to be that long a drive, and after 2 flights, that's a day. So I feel bad. I feel bad that I'm asking them to do that. But you know, I mean, I suppose if they flew across 2.5 time zones or whatever, they probably want to see me. They must like me or something. So anyway, so this is where I'll be posted up. This is, I think, within 100 feet or so of the GPS coordinates, which I gave them, and every bit 1.2 miles south-southeast of the Kinky Creek trailhead, which was the other sort of reference point I provided them. So I'm going to be posted up under this wonderful big shady tree. Super lucky that the place I chose has a tree. But since I'm going to be posted up in the shade, I decided to use some of the components of my kit to make a little flag, which I'm hoping will be obnoxiously obvious to anyone driving by. So that's my Patagonia Houdini, sort of the red one. The blue one, of course, is my sort of snot rag, my little face cloth thing. And then the orange one is the goose feet gear down balaclava that I'm still carrying for some reason. But that seems just about as fine a reason as any. So it's just about, I don't know what, 7 or 8 feet high, 7 feet high probably. And yeah, I think anyone who saw that, who was expecting to meet someone within a quarter mile of this location, would stop and give serious examination to whatever was happening right there. At least that's my hope. So this way I can hide out in the shade, and if I snooze, I snooze. I don't plan on snoozing though. I didn't actually process yesterday's video, so that's kind of on the agenda. That's what I'm gonna do, and smash what remains of my Doritos. But yeah, I'll kind of post up, get comfortable. This will probably be my last check-in. I really want to give my attention to my folks once they arrive. So thank you so much for watching. I'm really not sure what the days ahead look like. The plan before I knew it was over 3 hours to get from Jackson to this spot, I was hoping I could come back to this spot, plug in another 25 tomorrow, but I got to see how my parents feel. I mean, you know, I'm pushing 40. I'm not gonna reveal their age, but I'm pushing 40, and you know, I don't really want to ask them to drive 6 hours, what would be 6 hours tomorrow, plus pick me up from wherever I wind up tomorrow. I don't know. I just got to talk to them, basically, is the point, and see whether it makes more sense to kind of zero tomorrow, stay local in Jackson, or just kind of get some of this hiking stuff done with so that I can dedicate a couple days to hanging out with them. But we'll see how they feel. Should be another hour and a half, 2 hours or so before they get here. So I'll get to processing now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check in with you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe at some other point. I don't know. Definitely at some other point, maybe tomorrow. Talk to you then.